Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Frieren,
episode 16.
The journey continues. Or maybe, because Frieren, might still need to pick out her book.
Classic Frieren, just in the gosh darn library. Pick
Analysis
a book already.
paralysis. Yeah.
Yeah. You got your quest. You're done. Pick your reward and scoot your boot.
They're going to stop giving you, donuts and cake and stuff until you, leave.
Right. This isn't, a sightseeing thing where you then sit in the library and you read all the books. You're like, I guess I actually don't need any of them,
Yeah. No, that's not how this works. So...
Not me going into a Borders back when those existed and just reading all the and
then not buying it because you were a broke teenager. Yeah, I definitely didn't do that too.
Didn't do that at all. No.
Yep.
But given that we had a lot of focus on Stark here, given that we had a new party member introduced here, I feel like it's time to shift things back towards the Frieren Fern kind of magic side of the group.
That would be fun.
Having a little bit of danger that they're entering into by going closer and closer to where more and more demons are. That could be really exciting.
That could be
kind
fun.
of revisit that demon arc in general, but have it be for this region's, demon warlords and those of that nature. And maybe finding out why the demons are stirring up stuff at all. I thought you guys lost your king, your lord.
Yeah, who's the new head honcho, and how worried should we be in this situation, given that, we have Frieren?
Right.
Yeah.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yeah, backstory.
Ooh, I like it.
Whoa,
Take
magic.
a photo.
Yeah, what's that? It's a cool magic thing is what it is. Get over here.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going on an adventure.
He wakes up.
Oh. God, I love that cut. The pull and the weight effect of it slowed his friends.
That little bit of the swaying of the camera.
Yep. Yeah. I think you're right. He's going to wake up. Oh, he got a magical picture. Probably encased on some kind of glass or gem or something, and it's just the ash falls. Oh shit! Long-lived friends. Well,
all right.
Okay.
No one really knows.
Whoa.
Okay.
Old man Vol.
So
he's either
life
gonna be like,
expectancy...
I'm old man Vol, or he's gonna be like, I'm old man Vol.
But
there's no in between.
Life expectancy is 300. He's been protecting this village for 400.
Her smug smile.
Don't encourage her. No.
Bad Frieren. No. Bad Nikaido. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I like those nice little details to show the progression and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the dwarf.
That's he's just dead. No.
Now, see, that's how he lures in his enemies.
Please be a screamer, just. Yeah, be a little shit. Be a little shit. Come on.
Or have the most, rumbling... Okay.
He is a little shit!
Yeah.
Wow!
All right.
Yes!
Nice.
You broke my ankle, man!
Yeah. You cracked my shins, dude.
They call me the shin cracker. Oh shit, you are welcome here.
Okay.
This shit? No. He must earn. You really can't walk.
ついでに稽古つけても
Nice.
Wow. Hi.
Okay.
とんでもないじいさんだな。
Hey, maybe he'll make you a big old Hamburg steak.
Mm-hmm.
10年泊まりたいから仕事紹介して
No.
フリーレン様1週間までですよ分かったよ
Okay, fine.
Less than 1/500th of what I'd hoped for.
I need to offer more mundane quests to my adventurers in my D&D campaigns.
Yeah.
Building relationships and helping people with shit that magic just makes easy, you know?
Yep.
That was him being happy.
Couldn't you see his giant smile?
Nobody knows why. Ah, art.
All right, let's get his backstory. I mean, at 400 years, yeah.
His party all died right around here. And
Sure,
so,
they were from
like,
here,
they were
maybe?
Buried, they were buried like in this.
Oh my god. Too tired to even eat.
Nah, he eats. He
Yeah.
doesn't have any other energy.
Uh-huh.
Oh. A shortcut. A detour. Whoa. Ah. Just a casual big demon thing.
Yep. Both the old people are taking super slow steps.
欲しい時間だったよホルジー今ではとても感謝しているんだよホルジーは私がヒンメルたちを知る機会をくれたから
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, it'd be something sweet and sentimental like that. Oh! Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, it's too
Okay.
close.
Yep.
Too close. Adequately. I have the capacity to do it inadequately. Oh.
Yeah, just for you.
Yeah. Frieren's doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Character development. Talking about, taking photos in the beginning and then-
Uh-huh.
イケメンポーズ集はいらなかったかな
But you remember
記憶
them?
の無駄遣いだ
その勇者の顔は覚えているか。
当たり前でしょ
声は。
私をバカにしないでよ全部覚えているヒンメルは私が人間を知ろうとしたきっかけだよホルジーが村を守ろうと思ったきっかけと同じで
Dang, she can admit it to herself though. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah. But the fact that she makes that comparison in her head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have a spell for this, Frieren? Tengoku. No, we did that already, but...
Oh, is that where she first heard about it?
ポルジー魔王はもう
Guess news just doesn't travel. Oh. Out here, he didn't even hear that it happened. Wow.
Just so that he has like a reason to keep fighting, yeah. All right, Stark, he's gonna do the thing. You better block it.
フリーレン
Oh,
All right.
help me with that.
Okay. All right. That was really sweet. I love that.
Yeah, I
Just a
love that
little
a lot.
thing. We didn't need it to be too big or anything. Just
Yeah.
got to know a character.
Yes, we didn't forget. Yeah. Well, yes.
That also is important. Yeah. Oh, right. And because you have a picture, you could actually have a decent chance of finding him. Well, I guess he's a lot older by now. Oh. Frieren's got to learn the spell to take a picture of all of them.
よく目撃情報が残っているな。
名前が特徴的だからな。インパクトが強い。
What's his name? Yeah.
戦士ゴリラだ。
I mean, yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah, what's his real name?
Is that, yeah, what he gave himself?
Wait.
昔から村のみんなも
Are you kidding me? This is such a dude thing. He had
That
a
is
fucking
fantastic.
like chuny nickname of being like the Gorilla Warrior.
But
を上げている
Go Team Priest!
but if he kept Gorilla
Yes!
Warrior
前からそう呼ばれてた
all the way into adulthood,
続けるんですか
どちらにせよ、戦士ゴリラって名前だけ分かれば十分だ。
sure,
あいつはどうせ必ずそうな。
Oh, I hope
he
he
was
is.
that kind of man.
ああ、変なやつなんだ。
Oh. I really
All
hope
right.
he's called that. That's so
Yeah,
fucking
now I
funny.
really
That's
want him
such
to
a
be
D&D
alive.
character
Yeah,
name
like you
thing.
can't have somebody called Gorilla Warrior and then just have them come across his body. Like we need to see the kind of person that calls
Yep.
themselves that.
I'm following your
time.
instructions,
Yeah.
friend. Like, for just like, yeah. Look at me, I'm the big gorilla warrior. Wah!
Sama.
Yeah.
インパクトがすごかったので覚えています
Wow.
村の近くに出た魔物を退治してくださいました。
その後どこに向かったかわかるか？
どうでしたかな。
Damn it.
ゴリラ様は高台に住んでいる頑固ばあさん
Oh, cool.
All
Obasan.
right.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
頑固ばあさん
He trained with her.
But how old is she? Oh, damn it. A bit too old, yes.
自分で頑固って言って
Yep.
どうすればいい？
Don't put sign in a box.
You'll rub my feet. No.
Okay. It's a steamy love letter.
I love this group. Several tasks. They don't split the party while they're doing their tasks, you know?
Yep.
Yep. Random encounters, baby. I'm just crying.
とにかく頑張っておばあさんの心を開こうか。
Yes, montage song. Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It could be. Just saying, it could be.
What the fuck? Really? Ah!
That's food for at least a few nights.
So it is turning into random little monster encounters.
Yeah. See, she's the guardian of this village.
ヒンメルやハイターだったら半日くらいで打ち解けている。
They're really smooth with older women for some reason.
不器用な人しかいませんから。
最後だ。峡谷にある英雄の像を見。
Oh.
英雄の像って？
遥か昔に世界を救ったとされる英雄様の石像だ。
Them.
それ以上のことは知らん。名前もわからん。忘れられた英雄さ。代々村で管理している。
Okay, wait, so not... Well, actually, it might be.
ところであんた、僧侶は
You're goatee priest!
How could you tell? Yeah.
ついたよ。
僧侶と戦士。
The monk.
Oh my god, that's awesome. But wait, looking after it for generations.
見覚えがある。
Yeah.
クラフトだ。
Uh-huh.
本当だ。
Yeah.
ウリ二つだ。
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Oh, damn.
This is the mage. This is the mage that came to their place. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, kinda.
And so you got a much more marketable name.
Not me.
With a name like Himmel, of course you'll be forgotten. Yeah. Something that sticks in the mind.
Oh, Hunter called him.
But I don't
goatee
have a
priest.
goatee.
Yeah,
Ah,
because he looks
right.
like yeah.
How much you want to bet that he ended up growing that goatee? Like,
Oh
in
yeah,
that
he
way?
growed his hair out. Also,
Yeah.
grew his hair out to look like that too.
Yeah.
大変だったぜ。
銅像だったら魔法でなんとかなったのに。
ゴリラにも同じことを頼んだが、
Okay.
あいつはここまで。
I was gonna say he probably did a shit job, didn't he?
戦いしか取り柄がない。
でも名前のインパクトはだったよ。ゴリラはあんたの
Yeah, but he talked
course he
about
did.
you more than he
Course he
talked
did.
about anything else. How long ago was that? That's the big thing.
Yeah, it was
Because
5
this-
years.
this
10
could have been-
years.
Yeah,
Probably not too recent.
but he looked a lot older.
Okay.
Oh, nicely. Oh.
Gotcha. Is he leaving already?
Damn.
Oh, shit. But
Shit.
show, you can't be like, hey, here's this awesome character. He's fun. He adds a lot to the party. And then 3 episodes later, hey, guess what? He's going to be leaving.
All right. That was a
Okay.
fantastic little just mini character-focused
Yes.
episode.
Very
we got
sweet.
ourselves a little bit of, just quiet contemplation about the people of the past.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's wonderful. We met an old curmudgeon-y dwarf, and he barely remembers even why he's doing this because he's holding on to just the glimpse of a memory.
Right.
But
and that's enough.
Because of that, he was able
Yeah.
to then have this point of connection with Frieren. Frieren was able to say to herself, like, no, Himmel is my reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't have tried to get to know people at all.
Yep.
Like, that's him. And
Yeah.
then, this old curmudgeon-y dwarf ends up dreaming of his wife, even though he doesn't remember her face, her voice, or
Nope.
even, like...
It felt like a perfect amount of like just that little bit of relevance to the main characters with like Frieren and Himmel.
Yeah.
But also just like, hey, they're going on a journey through this world. We're going to make sure that this world really feels lived in and real.
Yeah.
So yeah, they come to a place where, all old people know each other. Don't you know that? And there's just this
True.
this dude that just happens to be there. And we tell his story, we get to know him, we care about him, and then we move on.
Yep. That's
You know?
it.
And he's still there in that village, given that
Be an old man Vol.
given that he was defending that village for 100 years longer than the total life expectancy of a dwarf, he could be there after the journey when we come back through. Like, he absolutely could be.
He's the kind of person that, in a fun kind of way, to tie it in with the second story in the episode, no one in that village is going to forget his name.
yeah.
Old man Vol,
Right, he's a part of the almost the theology of the village by this point, right?
He's like a guardian deity, the guy said.
Yep.
Basically the perspective of humans that would live for, 50 to 80 years, depending on, healthcare and access to good, clean water. They're going to be telling their kids' kids about this dwarf.
It's like the story, premise ideas of like, okay, from the perspective of a dog family, as it's like the masters live, are so long lived and stuff. They have, our great grandfathers, looked after them and all that stuff.
Like a family with a bunch of hunting dogs that are in a line.
Yeah, exactly, right. But in this case, no, the humans are the ones with a short lifespan, and so it's just like, we know the dude's real. He sits right there. That's his spot. And for hundreds of years, that's been his spot.
Right. One day, they'll make a statue probably of him, too, just to honor what he did.
And I imagine it'll be to scale, sitting in that exact spot. And it'll just be like one of those really sweet, statues of, like, the old man sitting on the bench, And...
I just love the idea of in a fantasy story, in a fantasy world in this regard, one of the things that makes me lose interest in it is how skin deep the world building is.
Sure.
Because we're not here to get invested on things that don't exist beyond the main character's purview. But in this case, we have a main character who has existed for so long that in some ways she has no reason to be extra interested in all this stuff because she's like, yeah, this is all old news to me. But for these other characters who have dreams and goals and things that they're not necessarily going to succeed in or find or what have you, these little connections to a larger world that has possibility and hope and great tales and fantastical, heroes and stuff. Yeah. They're larger than life. They're unreal. They don't even have names at this point anymore.
Right.
We ended up bumping into one just by the most casual of happenstance, and he's like, oh, yeah, you guys probably wouldn't have heard of me. Nobody really knows who I am. But, yeah, I'm just going about doing my thing. Name's Kraft. Yep, that's it. Not trying to be like, yeah, can you guys go and, label my statues around everywhere?
No, it's just a dude that, did some crazy shit in the past, His
statue is basically gone and decrepit, but that little difference of yeah, he's the elf in this picture. We have a human here who definitely is forgotten. You know,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
'cause he's been dead for, you know,
Yep.
that many years.
Like it's something where, like what you were saying of if it's not relevant to the main characters, oftentimes stories won't go into it. And there's a good point for that, because then it can feel like wasting time or whatever. But for a story like Frieren, where it's about the journey, it's about the process, it's about, you know, just all the little things that you
And the
see
weight
that
of
you find
time.
along the way, and the weight of that passage of time.
Yeah.
You know, all of these little things, they are so important, and it's that wonderful reminder that even though the surface level premise of, oh, they're going to go defeat, you know, the new resurgent demon that threatens the world or whatever, we are getting something out of fantasy that, you know, we don't often get. And now, and like when this episode happened, it was both delightful, and also there's that part of me that's just like, oh wow, I've come to expect this. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Like I've come to expect this too, and I feel like as a dungeon master, I'm just like, oh, I'm inspired to then have less like combat focused sessions where it's just the like
vibes go a long way.
Hey, you come across an old guy, an old lady who's just like stubborn or just you know, just wants to share their stories and stuff, and you're like, oh, players won't necessarily vibe with this. This doesn't have anything to do with them, but no, maybe they'll build a connection. Maybe they'll find something in their story that relates to theirs, and they'll form some kind of emotional like
and I gotta say,
resonance or something.
I love the fact that we didn't end up finding out what the letter's about. Now, yes, of course, I go for like it's a steamy love letter or whatever, but that's just an example of where, like, it could have been some love letter, right? Doesn't have to be. We don't know. It's part of their lives. Like, when we get the montages of like them, you know, defeating monsters or whatever. Oh, okay, cool. You know, that's something that's, you know, a lot more like expected in just like fantasy stories in general, right?
That's the equivalent of them walking across New Zealand, you know, and it's rather than showing just sweeping montages of landscapes, we're going to have little random encounters and things like that aren't, you know, have no stakes attached to them.
Right.
But just to kind of understand that, yes, the passage of time just still marches on. Yeah.
And yet those little things of, oh, deliver this letter for me, that can tickle the curiosity, or I'll not, rather than theoreticals, I'll speak in actuals for myself. It did tickle my curiosity of what does that letter mean? And yet it isn't actually that relevant to the story as a whole.
Zero
right?
relevance.
And it's a very mundane thing, you know, just in general, right? It's not some fantastical thing. People deliver letters in all kinds of, you know, like worlds and stuff, right? And yet I want to know about that letter. And so I just,
Right, and because we care about this party, we care about the things that they care about. So, having also then the second half of the episode focus more on Sign, I think is a good choice, because I don't think it's wise to have too many episodes focused entirely on the stuff that the first half of this episode was. And while we knew his desire to go and find his friend, we now know a little bit more about his friend, who he doesn't know the name of, because, you know, he might have forgotten or he's memeing on them. But I just love the idea of like, no, I want to be remembered. So in some ways, he could be like, no, I'm not going to get things muddied in the water.
Oh, sure.
I'm going to remember him
he
always
is Guerrilla
as
Warrior.
Guerrilla Warrior.
Yeah, there is no other.
God damn it.
That is his name.
Yes, he will be remembered by that name.
Yeah. I also like the idea that potentially, you know, this kid was such a, like, you know, scrappy, you know, just rapscallion, that maybe he didn't actually know his name before that. They just got up to all kinds of trouble together and were great friends. And then all of a sudden it's like, that's what my name's going to be. Oh, yeah, that's a good pun. I didn't ask you your name. What's your name? Nope, it's Guerrilla Warrior. I mean, oh, okay. All right.
It just feels like such a dude name. I once had a friend that I, you know, spoke with for, 7 years, you know. To this day, I still don't know his name, you know.
Oh, yeah, like full Ron Swanson kind of deal. Yes. And I love
still
that.
Never talk sometimes.
And I love that the name that he came up with as a kid is something that he still holds to as an adult. Like, you know, it could be very easy for that to just be like, oh, okay, I called myself that.
Yeah, I had a
back then.
phase, you know.
But can you imagine this Chad, when he's got a long white beard, being like, hey, Gramps, what's your name? Guerrilla Warrior.
Well, orangutan, you know.
Right. Yeah. like, okay, you're messing with it. No, that's my fucking name.
You're my gorilla children, you
You-
know?
and if you don't use it, there will be hell to pay. Like, that's awesome.
I also just love the idea of him having a sigil at some point on his chest with armor, and it's just a gorilla going like this.
A
And it's,
gorilla
like,
with
magically
a sword and
animated.
shield, you know?
No. It has to be really ostentatious. It's like animated with like magic to constantly just beat its chest, you know?
Forget the wolf helm. He has a gorilla helm.
Yeah. With like the teeth coming
Yeah.
down here and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh my gosh. This just gives me so many like silly ideas for D&D and stuff. But I love that the stakes are now not whether or not Frieren is going to be able to defeat the horrible monsters that are attacking Gorilla Warrior. It's, wait, Sign, we might have to say goodbye?
Yeah, but so
Oh shit, the passage of time is cruel, not because we're gonna end up going in a completely different direction from you and we might not see you for 2 weeks, but it's the thing of like, oh no, time that we spend away from you.
Yeah.
Frieren moves slow, but not only that, we're on for a long journey. A lot can happen in 5 years.
He could
A lot can
find
happen in-
that older woman, you know? And then suddenly it's like, oh, he was
Oh,
going to go
my
and catch up
adventure's
to you. And then
over.
it's oh, nope. He just sends a letter. My regards. But, you know, yeah.
Yeah, so will the party change their course for Sign?
Right.
Not.
And that's such a wonderful way to shift the stakes when like originally like it shifted the stakes for me at least twice, because at first I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be, and then you find him inevitably dead, and then it's the grief and you know all that and the all right,
Still could do
remembering
that.
You could still do that. But then it goes to, no, Gorilla Warrior. Okay, he's called Gorilla Warrior, he's not dead. Right? Like, you know, no way. But then, yeah, no, but if you want to find him,
He's going in the opposite direction that they are.
and I kind of want Sign to leave the party in a weird way, because
and then, like we bump into him in like 5 episodes.
yeah, because like I absolutely love him as a party member, and don't get me wrong, I do want him to stay.
Yeah.
But the idea of the decision and the benefit that you would get from that melancholic feeling of, oh shit,
Right.
we just lost somebody, and it wasn't because they died of old age or whatever, right? Like it's just in the surprise happenstance of, oh, life took them in a different direction.
Yep.
You know? So, yeah.
That would be so mean. Imagine if you joined a party like mid-campaign. You like set up your goal to be like, my goal is this, and then because the party's not as attached to you, the DM is like, I'm gonna create some drama.
Yeah.
They're in a different direction, and then you're like, okay, I guess I'll leave. And you just leave, and the
And
party's,
the party's
like,
just
okay.
like, okay.
Just-
Yeah,
you
like
just
not
make a
even
new character.
not even like a tearful farewell. Just all right, later.
Right, yeah.
You know,
It's just
thanks for helping us with that beholder or whatever. You know.
Yeah. And then the next episode's just gonna be, you know, Sign being like, I thought you guys would like at least like have a little bit of care for me or something like
Right.
that. And then no, they're like, okay, well, bye, you know.
Yeah. And well, and the only
end.
like in order to do that, you would kind of like to contrast with like the, you know, if this was a D&D party, then it'd be the, okay, I guess we're a little bit slowed down to go to that place, and we'll
Yeah.
just go with you, right?
Right.
But like given that this is like real world, real stakes and everything, right? Like this is apparently a, you know, potentially very serious issue.
Yes, to
and
be fair,
the amount of time it would take, like, you know.
fair, the only person here who's gonna argue about wasting time is Fern. And the only reason why
Yeah.
that's the case, really, is because every once in a while, Frieren threatens the, like, a decade here. But no.
Yeah.
So
All right.
if it's a detour of a month, Fern's like, I've had worse. Like, pass that one over, Sign.
Yeah.
One time, this fucker, this motherfucker, she's stuck in a place
So-
for so damn long just to find some fucking flowers,
So
you
here's
know?
what we do. Here's what we do. All right, Frieren sama. Yes, we can take this detour, but if we do, here's how it's gonna go. All right.
Here's the schedule.
Yeah.
That's
so
a very short scroll.
Sign,
Exactly.
Sign Stark. You will each carry one of us for 8 hours, and we will sleep on your backs.
During
Then
those 8 hours.
we will walk for 8 hours, levitating you guys behind us. Doing this, we will make double time, and you know, right?
And the DM's like, I don't know. Shut the fuck up. This is raw, you know?
Yeah. We're doing this, and nobody gets left behind, but also
we are
we're
each
not
lighter
slowing
than
down.
their packs. And the DM's like, yes, we are lighter than their packs.
It's like, oh, come on. We literally just showed, Stark carrying around a gigantic fucking boulder for training. You think
this
he
is
can't...
not going to tire him out.
Yeah.
Not in the slightest.
He could carry both of them. Like, just...
Which, speaking of carrying, Stark carrying Fern, maybe. Just going to say.
yeah, I think...
We saw some little bits of, just a little bit more casual.
It was very sweet.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. That little bit of like, hey, previous episodes, even though they're like self-contained, they do have impact and influence.
And they did get closer. A lot closer.
And specifically the gesture of taking the hand. Right.
The thing that Fern does not need. She has magic.
Right.
She does not need to do this.
Exactly.
She would have mocked him before this, going pervert for offering his hand.
Right.
And now she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because,
Yes.
So, cool. Little budding something there.
Exactly.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel, so you have any of that interest, you will see it there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
Next time.